What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back more diecast, and for today's throwback post, we're going to be covering two 1999 Matchbox Go Action vehicles. So I wasn't really familiar with this line. I found these on an online auction website in Michigan. I was bidding on a few other things, saw these, ended up winning them, and I'm very pumped because this is not a line I remember seeing in 1999 when they came out. I don't know too much about them, but they looked kind of cool. So the two I got are the Flip and Burn Sedan and the Fast-Savin Ambulance. So what's odd about this line is it seems to be themed all around a car crash or a car crashings. So as you can see here from the back of the card, they have the other vehicles are a police car and a tow truck. They also have a fire truck and a school bus, but it seems like most of it is around this like car flipping over, you getting an ambulance, a tow truck, a police car on the scene, a fire truck probably included, and then maybe a school bus. The school bus is kind of random mixed with the rest of them. But there is a playset down here that I have never seen either, the Rescue Town playset. Now, I don't know if that is 1/64 scale or it's the 150-ish scale that these are. I would assume it is because it's on the back. That does look like a Skybuster, a little bit larger helicopter there, but I'm not familiar with this one. I haven't seen it anywhere, so I might have to hunt that down because it's kind of cool. But the packaging looks good. It's very of the era. It's got the like late 90s Mattel wheels on it because they were advertising that Mattel had just bought Matchbox from Tyco, so that's like a big deal, or it was in 1998, 1999, whatever. But these are pretty cool. They're in decent shape. I kind of feel bad opening them. But there are a few things I'm a little worried about, like those rubber bands. So the rubber bands are going all across that paint, and that does look to be metal. So that's probably going to mess up some of the paint there. And then there is another elastic around that door. As you can see, some of them have broken because it's been in the package for 26 years. But I'm excited about these. These are cool. It's something different. I like finding stuff I've never seen before, and I especially like unboxing it and like playing with it and seeing how it works. Because if you've also noticed, these have like an action to them, so they seem to have some sort of switch or tow hook out the back of every vehicle that makes them do something. So it says drive it like a regular car, or pull the exhaust out, push the card forward, like so. Push the exhaust, roll the car, and then it just randomly flips over using these flames as like kind of like a spring to flip it over. So it's kind of odd. I don't know if I've ever seen another car that does that. So this one says drive like a regular ambulance, or pull out right tail light and then push ambulance backwards. So I guess you pull out the tail light on this one. I don't know. It looks like they're grabbing the hitch to me. I don't know. Is it maybe the bumper? I'm not sure. We're going to open it, but then the doors open and the gurney pops out when you do that. So these are pretty interesting. So let's go ahead. Let's open the crash one first because I think this one might be the coolest. I don't know. I like this one. But like I said, this is from 1999. There it is. You've already seen the barcode, but the barcode rail isn't going to do anything to do anything for you because it is a older product. So let's go ahead and open these. Whoop. I think I ended up paying maybe like $15 each-ish for these, so I don't think they were badly priced. I have no idea how much they were originally, though. So there's the car. It actually has quite a detailed chassis. Let's see here. Oh, so there you go. Oh, just like that. So it snaps together, and then if you press them, does it do it again? It pops back open. So there must be some kind of trigger in the car that does that. It comes with a little, I guess that's a mechanic. It looks like Andre the Giant in regular clothes. And then a giant jack. Like that jack is like half the size of the car. So there is the, so let's see. Push this in, pull it out. Is it timed? I don't know. I'm not sure how it works, but those are the triggers right there. So let's go ahead and see if we can't take this off. Those are, let's see. All right, so remember, this has been in the package for 25, 26 years now at this point. The tape is still holding up. Everything looks like it was probably, I mean, literally the day it left the factory. It's still that way, which is kind of crazy to see because the tape holding up is pretty impressive because it was probably cheap tape back then. They definitely didn't think it was going to be in the package for 25 years, I'm sure. But it's kind of cool to see. I know it's a little bit nerdy, but that's the cool stuff about like collecting and unboxing older stuff, is you get to see how it's aged, because I touched on this in one of the videos the other day on some newer diecast, especially how Hot Wheels now is using the printer style graphics that are a little less high quality than some of the other ones, let's say. And I don't know how those are going to age. So we don't know in 10 years if those are going to like crinkle and come off the car, or if they're going to crack. We don't know any of that. So it's going to be interesting seeing how the modern toys age, because these have aged pretty good. I mean, 25 years old, and they're not like, really don't have any issues to them. I know they're in the package, but there's some cars that have yellowing packaging from the era, and some that just look a lot worse for wear even in the package. So there is the car. It looks to me like it probably is, I don't know, it almost looks like a Peugeot, or possibly a Holden or Ford Falcon from overseas. I don't know. What do you think it is? Let me know in the comments what you think it is. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get some of this. So the rubber band on the inside of the door isn't bad. There you can see, like, over the years it kind of wore some of the paint away, but it's not down to like the metal, so that's not too bad. But the opening parts move very smoothly on this. Door open. The dash, I mean, it's got a lot of buttons on that dash. It looks like Knight Rider, like Kit, with all the buttons. But, I mean, it's got an okay interior. These are toys. These are not, like, collectibles. These were actually meant to play with. So it says to, let's see what it said. Drive it like a regular car, or pull out the exhaust pipes and push car forward. Okay. So pull out the exhaust pipes, push it forward. Oh, snap. That was actually kind of cool. I wonder if it's, like, how that actually worked. If it was timed. I don't know. It's hard. I don't see, like, how the action, like, I don't see what that actually does. Let's see if we can try that again. Put that one down. Pull this out. Okay, so there is a pin. It looks like there's a pinhole right here that this slides in. When you do this, it slides in and it keeps it there. So if you push it in, it keeps it there. But if you pull it out, it allows it to snap. Nope, didn't do it. I don't know. There it goes. So there must be, I don't know what it is. There's something about it in there that makes it work, but I'm not exactly sure how it works. It does have a screw base, so you could probably take it apart, but I'm not going to risk it because I don't know if I could get it back, especially if there's some kind of mechanism or spring or anything like that. But it doesn't look bad. It rolls okay. So we got to take this guy off too. Get our mechanic out here. Got our little jack, or a big jack. Oh, look, it works. Oh, snap. That's awesome. So you can actually like play and flip the car back over from when it's in its wrecked zone. Okay, I'm gonna get this guy out too. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to find how much these were originally, because I didn't do a lot of searching on them, so I don't even know if they actually made that playset, because there are some toys on the back of like playsets or different releases on some cars that never got made. So I don't know if that playset actually got made. But here's the little guy. It's got some tampos on him. China. He has very large hands, that's for sure. I mean, is he scaled right? Let's see. Does he bend? Oh, he actually bends. Oh, he can fit in the car. That looks pretty good. It's scaled properly. Oh, too bad it doesn't have a trunk. I could put we put the jack in with him? Nope. Oh, that's a bummer. That would have been kind of cool. Okay, so let's get the driver out here. Put him over here. Put the jack over here. The guy. Let's see if we can stand him up. I'm sure it'll come off. Okay, let's do the ambulance. So this one, I'm going to be interested in seeing if it like shoots the gurney out or if it just like pops it out. Because if it just pops it out, it's just okay. And I also wonder how well these sold, because these don't have clearance stickers on them or anything like that. They had stickers from like where they maybe have been for sale, like a toy show or something at one point, but I don't know, like, it's always interesting to me to see why, like, toys like this, like, why these lines didn't stick. Like, you know, Hot Wheels has these now, will these stick? You know, it's kind of interesting to see how long lines will stick around for, how popular they are. But That one's not too bad. That one came off. It does, you can kind of see some red on there, but it doesn't look like it took a ton of the paint off, as you can tell. Definitely looks like a Ford Econoline F350 Super Duty, whatever, of the era, that late 90s Ford, early 2000s. It's got the little nurse there. All right, let's see. Let's get this off. But yeah, it's like going back and looking at all the different toys from the early 2000s. There were so many different die cast and play sets. Like one of my bucket list sets that I have had on my list forever is the Hot Wheels. I think it's the Road Wars Liberty Base play set. As soon as I can find one of those in like complete condition, maybe new in the box, the next time I see one pop up on eBay, I'm gonna buy it, because it is just one of the coolest play sets I think have ever been built. It's like a Mad Max style Statue of Liberty, and it like the face blows out and like you can zip line down. Like it is an incredible set. So I've been trying to find a good one of those for a long time, and I finally think I can like afford to buy it now. So I'm gonna try to hunt one of those down and include that in one of the weekly throwback posts, because I think people will really get a kick out of that. And I, even if it gets 1 or 0 views, I'm still going to do it, because I think that's just an awesome set. And that's kind of a forgotten time. Like those, what were the other ones? The Zoom bots. I just bought one. The Hot Wheels, like little robot cars that like stood up and almost like skateboard rode the cars. I have a couple of those. I know I have one I can unbox for a throwback too, if anyone's ever remember those. So, okay, let's pull these people out. Oh yeah, she's got these, they wire tied everything in. My gosh. So many wire ties. A lot of toys don't use these anymore, thank God, because it just makes a mess and it takes forever to open these. Like now they have those like little plastic twisty pieces. I thought I had one like these, like that kind of holds the plastic in and then you just twist it and the toy comes out. Like that's so much nicer. Now let's get the little guy in the gurney. Oh, look at that. Okay. So there is the gurney that slides in, and there is a little oxygen tank too, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and take this off. Oh no, there's a little paint missing on that side. Again, these are screw based, so if you wanted to take them apart and see how they work or customize them, you can do that. Or if you have a broken piece, it's always nice to be able to take it apart and try to repair it at least. Okay. So this, let's see how this goes in here. So it just goes like this, slides down into those little slots there, right? Like this, and then push it in. And then this must be the left tail light, what they're talking about, but to me, that's not like, that's the tail light right there. This would be a bumper light. So you would pull this out, I guess. Is that what it said? Pull it out and then roll it. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let's try that again. So push it in, roll it. No? Okay, I gotta read the instructions to make sure I'm doing it right. Pull out right taillight. Okay, so I pushed it in. So I guess that's pulled out. So that's pushed in, that's pulled out. I don't know why. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, see, oh, it works backwards. Pull out. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Look at this. Pull out right taillight and then push ambulance backwards. I'm running into the wall for no reason. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, kids, it helps to learn to read. There it goes, just like that. So there is a mechanism in it. That's probably why it doesn't roll super well. Okay, so let's try that again. Pull it out. And then that one works a lot quicker. This one, I like the timing of this one, but that's kind of cool. But I don't think you really, like, that's not a necessary action. Like, if I'm going to the hospital, I don't want to be flung out backwards like that. Like, that's kind of a weird action. But it's probably the only thing they could have made work, because, I mean, I don't know what else they could have done for an ambulance. So I'm going to push that back in. These have opening doors, too, so we can put the ambulance driver in there. Let's see how she goes in there. Whoa, sorry. All right, snap her in there. Put the oxygen tank through the window. I mean, they look to scale. The oxygen tank is huge, but the driver looks to scale. They did a decent job with the figures. I think these figures are better scaled than the Hitch and Haul series, because some of those are kind of off. They're like almost look like that at some point. But it's not bad. This whole back here is plastic. The doors are plastic. The chassis is plastic. But the rest of this up here is metal. So it's kind of cool. The wheels look really good. I wonder what happened to all these castings. Like, where did this go? Because they have to have them somewhere, right? I mean, they could have destroyed them, but this is like a design element they have in either a computer file or a paper file. Like, they still probably own this stuff in some way or another. It'd be cool to see this kind of stuff come back. So, all right, let's try to do this. So we pull it out, roll it, boom, flip it over, then pull this out. Go to the ambulance, you get the guy over here, jack up the car. Not too bad. I know it's not like super exciting on the video, but these are kind of cool. I like them. It would probably be more fun if you had the police car and the tow truck, and you could kind of like do the entire scene and the whole wreck. But I think if you have at least two of them, or probably the best one would be this car, because you could kind of play with this one on its own. Like, if you had just the tow truck, there's nothing to tow. If you have just the ambulance, there's like no one to save. You're just like ambulancing around. The police car might not be okay. Might not be too bad. That one might be okay. But I think the wreck car here is probably the one to have if you only have one. Just because it can be enjoyed as a regular car. You can drive it around town and then pretend it's wrecked and stuff. So, not too bad. I'm pretty happy overall with these. I think these are a little cool piece of little Matchbox history from what, 25, 26 years ago? Kind of crazy to think these are that old. I mean, really, if this design looks a little aged, but if Matchbox like released this in a box like this and said it was from today, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't ask questions. I'd be like, oh, it's a Ford ambulance. Like, they could put just the newer F-350 front end on there and it would be from today. It'd be fine. I think the wheels held up very well. I think the ambulance has aged better. This looks very late 90s. Kind of background video game. It's like an NPC car, basically, from the 90s. But they're pretty high quality. They're rubber tires, too. Just to touch on that, they're not cracking. There's no cracking in them. There's no oil spots left, which a lot of the newer ones, if you leave your cars with rubber tires down on like a piece of cardboard or something, you'll usually see like an oil spot where the tires are actually breaking down and like seeping out. And those, what's going to happen with those is that like the oil substance in those tires is going to go away after a while, and those will get super dry and cracked. So all of our die cast that's currently happening to will, for sure, in the future, all those tires are going to need replaced. So not too bad. Overall, this was pretty cool. I might have to get some more of these. Get the whole series and get the police car, tow truck, all that good stuff. It might be worth I'm going to look for that playset too, the Rescue Town playset, and see how that works. So, cool. Well, this has been the Matchbox Go Action unboxing. Two cars from 1999, 25, 26 years into it. It's kind of crazy. Let me know what you think of these in the comments. I enjoyed these. They're a little bit different from the normal like collectible die cast, but I think stuff like this in your collection is pretty cool too. So let me know what you think of these. I really appreciate you watching Sam 64 Wheels. Like and subscribe as always. I will have another throwback post next Thursday, and I might be mixing some in throughout the week too, because I do have a lot of it. It's kind of hard to save them for each Thursday, so I might like throw a Throwback Tuesday in or something every once in a while. So hit that like and subscribe button, so that bell, so you know when they get posted. But appreciate you watching now. See you guys in the next one. Bye.